Hi, Eric Lanask here with the TMC Roadshow. We're here in San Jose this week, and it's my pleasure to be talking with Bruce Belfiore from Benchmark Portal. Bruce, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Very good to be here, Eric. Thank you very much for having me.
So obviously over at Benchmark Portal, you spend a lot of time, as the name suggests, benchmarking, specifically what different call centers are doing and how they perform against certain metrics. But tell me a little about what's the latest? What's the latest that you're seeing? What are you up against?
Well, some of the people that we do benchmarking for have been telling us for years that they love benchmarking because it in fact gives them a lot of good managerial information that they can utilize to improve their service over time. What they don't like so much, Eric, is the amount of time it takes to get all those metrics together, to input them, etc. And as a result, they tend to do it only once a year. Doing benchmarking once a year is a little bit more like getting a report card than having a good management tool. So we've come out with this new product called iBenchmark, which has gone through beta testing now and which we're launching and very excited about. And what it does is to automate the benchmarking process. So we, through iBenchmarking, give the customer a piece of software. The software actually goes into their systems, and the systems then give us the data directly to our database in a very secure manner over the internet through our patented process. And we then are able to get reports back to the customer on a monthly basis so that they can see how they're doing every month instead of just once at the end of the year. We had a lot of people who are in our Center of Excellence program kind of biting their fingernails, wondering, will I still be in that upper right-hand quadrant or not? And with iBenchmark, you're able to follow things month by month. There's another thing that iBenchmark does, which is to include one of our experts in the process on a monthly basis. You get an hour of time with a WebEx so that you can actually go through your metrics, see how you're doing. Are you going forward? Are you backsliding? How are you doing against the plans that you may have had for that month? And so it becomes very valuable. So our feeling is that with iBenchmark, it's going to make a lot of call center managers very happy, and that they're going to be able to follow their metrics, see how they're doing, not be biting their nails to see how they're doing at the end of the year, but in fact use it as a managerial tool so that they can get better and better over time.
Really leveraging technology, leveraging automation to for a quicker time to market or quicker time to information and feedback, and then faster and better, I would imagine, improved performance in the call center industry.
And that's the key, really. I mean, when you think about it, we have these two baskets of metrics. The quality metrics, which correspond to things that help with customer satisfaction and loyalty, and the cost metrics, which correspond to the things your CFO is interested in. And what you really want to do is have that balanced scorecard, and you want to have that balanced scorecard more than once a year. You want to see it on a regular basis so you can monitor and track how you're doing. One last advantage is that you're able to take those improvements that you make and actually compute the monetary benefit that comes from that. So at the end of the year, with iBenchmark, not only have you done a really good job managerially, but you're also able to cut and paste some of those reports and show your management how much money you've saved. And it's all there. It's metrics. It's actual. It's real. So that's what makes it really good.
Well, dollar figures are probably the best metric.
Yes.
So you've got some standardized metrics, if you will, that go along with iBenchmark. What about folks looking for some more in-depth information?
More in-depth information, we have people now who have been utilizing us for general assessments, which are based on the benchmarking, but go beyond that. There's a lot of good best practices information that go into our assessments. Generally, they're two-day assessments. But as you say, people want more depth. And so we now are doing in-depth assessments on special areas. So for instance, if you need some help with your IVR, you really want that looked into both for English, Spanish, any other languages you might have. If you're concerned about your quality monitoring and coaching aspect, we do a special intervention or assessment just on that. We also do it for other areas as well. For instance, training. We have a wonderful training assessment now that's been very, very successful. So if you look at the various sub-functions of a call center, for technology, for instance, we can also do an assessment on that. So if you have an area that needs assessing, we have the experts who can help out. So that's another area that we're working on. Yeah.
So again, a lot of leveraging of technology on your own side. What have you found out about how technology can impact what goes on in the call center?
Actually, we've done a lot of work on that this year. We did an in-depth study on one of the holy grail areas of research, which is if you have better technology, will that have an impact on your metrics? And can you then translate that into dollars saved and points improvement in terms of your customer satisfaction? And we published a white paper which did exactly that for the very first time. So we now have correlations between, and obviously intuitively you say, of course, you're going to get better technology, you should be getting better metrics. Mm-hmm. But nobody's ever actually done a study on that across a broad number of call centers. And we were able to do that this year and establish those relationships between more advanced technology and better metrics. And then to take that, and we now have a model that we've put all that into, and you can actually do a plug and play, where you can say, okay, right now my technology level of sophistication is this. Okay, if I push it up to that and I add some technology, what could that mean in terms of range of savings? And that's been very, very exciting. So that's another area that we've done this year.
Excellent. Well, Bruce, thanks for joining me. It's been great catching up with you. We're here in San Jose at the TMC Roadshow. Thanks for joining us.
Eric, thank you very much.